to take it everywhere. They're going outside of the realms of being, marginalized into like one thing. So this goes back to Xbox wanting to expand their product onto the streaming platforms other than just their, native technology. Uh, this was like a day ago. Xbox prepares to go everywhere. Open topic, man. Anybody can go, man. How do y'all feel about that?
Man. So I'm happy for Xbox doing that because they're they said it once before. Actually earlier this week. They're a software company. And I know I've made this mistake in the past calling them a hardware company because I thought they build computers. But no, they build programs for computers. Completely different industry. And the fact that they're wanting to share their games across all platforms is helping them get their name out. Is helping that company make money. On top of that, they're the only company as a console company sharing their whole library. Well, what's left of their library towards other platforms. Nintendo don't do that. Sony don't do that. Sega doesn't do that. Atari didn't do that. You know,
Right,
and I think it's pretty cool. It's different. Hopefully, it'll be profitable, different, and everybody can enjoy it. But
right,
I think it's pretty cool. I'm. It's a different. It's different. I
right,
like different.
right, right. How do you feel about it, B Dub?
It's what he said. So I'm gonna rebound off what he's saying.
Right.
You know, to you, that's it. But I mean, I like it though. It's an experience. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Try
do
to,
you feel like it won't be watered down after a while? You think it's not
nah,
gonna
I'm.
be watered down?
I think everybody might just jump on board. Once they jump on board, they can make it. You know what I'm saying? Even though they going worldwide with it, they can make it more than what they make it. Well, make it more than what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They can they compound it basically what it was like. What you doing with Game Pass?
right.
Doing like C8 PlayStation came out with it. Why
You
not?
know.
I mean, why not though? Why not try it? Why not? I
Right,
mean, it's. I mean, I'll try. It's a good experience. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Everybody get to see what we get to see. So
I do understand though the watered down part that you're talking about. With each consoles, there are restrictions in the hardware and software. At the same
yeah,
time, each console represents a difference in their demographic group that they're trying to target. And like Nintendo is a family oriented game, so they're not going to be a lot of blood and guts kind of games that comes out on the Switch.
Right.
You know,
And that's
PlayStation.
right. So there's yeah, you're
You
right.
know, PlayStation is more of a like a fantasy game. Well, they were not so much now. They're more on par with Xbox, which was a first shooter type guys, and now even Xbox went towards fantasy. So I can see watered down stuff because of way certain hardware and software works and the way that each consoles what their demographic groups that they're trying to target in the first place is. And so doing that, they will be certain contents that would hit the chopping block just for the sake of pleasing everybody, you know.
See, and that's my problem right there. I don't want that shit. Like, if they can just keep it cordial and they can make certain, like, if they can make it to where certain platforms can accept what they want as a company and what they want to stream, like, they can pick their choice, pick or choose what they want. That'd be cool. But do I want to? Do I would I like Microsoft to emerge with these other people's ideas? Fuck no, bro. Like real
Well,
shit.
they're
Like
not
that's
so
just
much
me.
of they're not so much of merging other than following a set of rules in which everybody has to follow in the first place.
Right.
So if you want Nintendo to buy your games or to release your games on their platforms, you need to make it less gory, less realistic, more family oriented, mainly for children, young children. Um, so
Right.
there's just rules that you just got to follow. But I don't think it's going to be like I got to bow down to this overlord and then I got to bow down to that overlord. It's not going to be nothing like that. It's going to be profitable because
Right.
you know how many players that are stuck between one console because they can't afford having all the consoles. So they're stuck in one console, maybe two.
So do
And
you feel like this leads to a a universal platform where all consoles meet up on one marketplace? Like
so
not to say like,
let
everybody creates the same game for everybody, but it's gonna be a point to where people can go on this, like kind of like Steam, but more of a streamers. You know, hey, I can play Microsoft, I can play PlayStation, I can do this.
so there's already a universal console.
Well, PC,
Exactly. I'm glad you got on.
but I'm saying though, like
But
I'm
but
saying
yeah,
like
no,
yeah,
I do see in the future mergers of companies coming together and trying to force a brand new type console that's on par with the PC. But that's like in a far future because I don't see people right now. It's all about the instant gratification for most people. I want to make a profit now. I don't want to see a profit 50 years from now. I'm not going to be alive 50 years from now. So I'm not going to see that profit 50
right,
years from now. So I don't want to worry about 50 years
right,
from now. I want to worry about tomorrow.
right. No,
And
I feel it, bro.
that's the business point of view. With that being said, I don't see that games going on all platforms from Microsoft being a business point of view. I see that as a gamer point of view, as a consumer. At least this way, if I had a PlayStation or a Nintendo, you can actually buy some of the games that Microsoft produce, and I don't have to go to a friend's house or wait till I save up enough money to buy an Xbox just to play Microsoft games. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and I see that as a gamer move. Like somebody higher up who was a gamer but now is a businessman just kind of merged the two idea of business and games and came with that.
So essentially, kind of like, I mean, well, I was gonna say that, but that doesn't make no because you could. Well, you could do that. You could do that back in the day as well. I was gonna say like a digital, you know, uh, blockbuster or something like
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Where
I,
that's what like yeah,
Gamefly. It would be like Gamefly, which is a
right,
digital blockbuster, uh, without the name.
right,
Um, that would be nice to be able to digitally rent a game, play it for like a week, and it just goes right out your library afterwards.
right,
But the all the other stuff is still saved and whatnot, so you can re-download that game later on. That'd be nice.
right.
But I don't think that's what they're doing just yet. I think they're just making it available for purchase. Game Pass is still going to be an Xbox or Microsoft exclusive type platform thing, but to share our games, that means they're going to do it on their version of Game Pass, Nintendo Pass,
Right.
PlayStation
Right.
Pass.
Right.
You know,
I'm
and
hyped for gaming in the future, bro. We currently don't agree with the stage of gaming. What age has accepted a new age of like priming like let's put money for instance. People had silver and gold when the dollar came out, like, oh fuck that, we don't want that. You know what I mean?
a
Like for
piece of
real.
paper, it
Yeah,
represents nothing.
yeah, real shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, next topic, man. Xbox boss Phil Spencer reportedly told employees Microsoft has no plans on stopping making consoles. How do you guys feel about that, man? That kind of like, I don't know if that's like I can call that and give that a safe haven for that, just because that article said that. Because for one, I'm that's just one man's word, I guess, because you have ranking that makes us not stop. Like, is that supposed to, like, stop fan people? Hey, and I'm an Xbox. I love Xbox, but I'm not too blind to see a bird from a duck, so essentially they're the same thing, but two different species. So I'm not, you know what I mean? So I'm not blind to bullshit. So um, just because he said that they're not done making consoles and they don't plan on stopping making consoles, which I don't believe, because the way this world we're going into, like, motherfuckers said they were done. They would never stop making CDs, and now here we are streaming.
Still got CDs.
Still got CDs, but they're not like,
They're still there. You can
yeah,
still buy them.
yeah,
You don't got tapes now. You don't got floppy disk.
yeah,
But you
true,
still got CDs. They're
right,
one of those older hardwares that probably won't go anywhere because you still need a way to transfer information other than a flash drive. Um, that's
I believe they'll make something better eventually. But how do you guys feel about them saying that Xbox is not, you know, done making consoles and they don't plan on doing that? Like, so basically, they're saying they're not going out of business no time soon. So how do you feel about that?
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm an Xbox Microsoft fan. Like I said before, Halo got me. Halo got a lot of people, actually, PlayStation and Nintendo side.
Right,
The problem is they once again was tied to one console and they couldn't fully enjoy such games. And the reason why they're not getting done with their consoles, but that's the reason why they're sharing their games.
right,
It's because there's so many people that couldn't play their games in the first place because they quote unquote bought the wrong console. That's what PlayStation and Nintendo say to us. You
right,
bought the wrong console.
right,
And so therefore you can't play God of War. You can't play Legend of Zelda. Okay? Because you bought the wrong no. Microsoft don't follow those rules.
right,
They turn around like right now the information, the software, the hardware are so more interconnected than they ever been that it's easier for a gaming industry to
right.
allow other people to have access to their library. And now they're keeping word to it. I mean, you know how many times Phil Spencer said, "I'm in it for the players, not for the hardware, not to make a profit, but for the gamers." And he didn't specify what player you are, PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, whatever, PC. He doesn't specify that. He's in it for the gamers. All right.
So
That's
he don't care
everybody.
about the
He
he's
don't care
not
about the console
right.
war. He
He just
don't
want
care about none of
players.
that. He
None of that.
wants players to play his game. He doesn't care what consoles you're on. You know, and I would say Phil Spencer is probably one of the oldest gamer slash businessmen that's actually still a gamer, but at the same time as a businessman. That's where that passion comes from. I want gamers to play my game. I don't want Microsoft users to play my game. I want gamers. Those are two different things,
Right,
you
right.
know, and I like that. You
How do you
know,
feel about it, B Dub?
Yeah, man, I like it too. I mean,
Do you think do you think that Xbox will quit making console games, or will not console games? Excuse me. Will you think Do you think they're done making consoles, or how do you feel about it?
I like it basically if they keep making consoles. I mean, if you, I mean, the PC, it's going to evolve through the years. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you want to go to, I mean, like I said, I've been a Microsoft fan. A lot of games from Microsoft that came out for the Xbox caught me. Like I said, I was a PlayStation fan before, and I seen the Xbox. Like, oh, okay, okay.
Right,
So I see what this talk.
right.
I'm in love with it. So You know what I'm saying? I would love it. You see, from PS fans, they talking about they want a new system too at that. But
Right. Right.
like I said, like Phil said too, he in it for the game, he in it for the players. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it for the players too. I want to know what I'm saying.
I
Make
mean,
sure
like,
that
yeah, for sure. Cause I got friends right now that got other consoles I can't play with. So
Mhm.
only on certain
Right.
games. You can
And
only
you
play with.
know, they
man,
could easily split the game up in a profitable way of like 20 20 20 for
right?
Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. Use that extra 40% to use towards software or not studios, gaming
Hmm.
companies. And
Right.
boom, everybody will have their finger in the pie. Everybody, even the gamers or the game developers will have their finger in the pie too. If everybody contribute towards this universal game console, still keep their individual platforms, but go towards a universal game at the same time, you'll see a huge profit. But once again, people in general, well, I should say business in general, don't like to share right now.
Yeah,
In this
because there's
day and
not a
age,
mutual ground to
it's
where
not about
somebody
mutual
like me
ground.
can.
It's about actually instant gratification. They want to have their pie now, not
Yeah.
wait years
Nah,
down
what?
the line for something to be established and then get a profit.
Yeah.
They've already did that. Each of them already did that by producing their own consoles and games. They've already done sacrifice their time and waited to get their profit, and now here they are in their profit. They don't want to repeat that again. Not
Right.
yet. You
Right.
know, maybe within 50 years when I'm like old and gray and I can't really handle a console controller anymore.
Right.
Uh, but
Right.
I
Right.
just
No,
don't see that
I
happening
feel it.
anytime soon.
I feel it, bro.
You know,
I feel it, bro. Like real talk.
you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
that is I'm thinking that in the future, in 50 years is actually a fairly near future, you know. I can see it happening within under 50 years, a universal console. It will be small and not everything will go there. You'll still get your exclusive games that certain people would want to have uh contract with, you know. And there are certain games that which other companies don't want to represent, for instance. So I don't see it being a huge, massive thing, but I do see it having its own place in the world, but not right now.
That's real shit, bro.